So I'm going to give Fresh his eggs first. So I give him all the eggs that I have. This coffee spilled. And then I give him one piece of bacon. Okay, and then that's his breakfast. He's so excited. I think it's his favorite meal of the day, his people food. And then everything's messy because he gave me way too much coffee in my cup. And he knows I eat in my room. And so the coffee just literally spilled all over the place. So this mess is all his fault. And it's just all over everything. And I don't want to eat with like messy coffee everywhere, you know? Who wants to eat with messy coffee everywhere? They're definitely running out of consciousness. I mean, okay, it's good. And then we got French toast. And then these little crumpets, which I usually don't let get soaked with maple syrup, but I did this time. I usually don't do that. Just so you know. I usually just would use a plate just for French toast with maple syrup so it doesn't get on anything. And then I put everything on the other plate. The eggs and the bacon. And he finished it already. It's literally his favorite. They give you breakfast vouchers at this really expensive hotel that I'm staying at right now. And the dude who went and got my coffee scared me. And he was like, "Do you want to charge it to the room?" And I'm like, "No. I was here yesterday and I obviously have breakfast vouchers." But that scares me. Like, do I have to like literally complain to the front desk and be like, "It's a breakfast voucher, right? Like, you said it's free breakfast. They said it's free breakfast." So like, I don't want that to change while I'm staying at the hotel. And it's like, oh, why would they give you a breakfast voucher then? He was really creepy. He was like staring at my food. On the tray. And then the other guy who seems really cool that works there, he looks, I didn't notice it at first, but he looks exactly like Pedro Pascal. And I looked at him. I told you to stop that. He's got egg all over his mouth. But yeah, I didn't notice it at first. But I was looking at him and I was like, oh, fancy seeing you here. It was like the other waiter. And he looked exactly like Pedro Pascal. I think that's the snooty bitch that's keeping Ben held hostage. The snooty bitch who's keeping Ben held hostage. People are stealing celebrity suits. And then they walk into parties of snooty bitches that hold Ben hostage because they need the consciousness. They literally need the consciousness to survive and not dissipate and turn into a ghost. So why would they hold Ben hostage? Why would they do that? Why would they hold him away from Alyssa? Oh, she's going to tell you this in person. So we can't ever let you see a bitch again. We literally need the consciousness to survive, Ben. So, and it's always the consciousness. It's never Alyssa consciousness. Right. So these celebrities, so these people, they still walk-ins from Mars, as far as I know it. You take off a suit. They've mastered this technology on Mars. So it's an orange body. It's called an orange body. It's from Mars. Okay, so it's a much higher density, higher frequency than Earth's green body. So you're probably trying to work on that. Because I'm trying to activate the green body. And so the orange body, they unzip the suit. They have the technology on Mars where you unzip the suit and you go into another suit. And it's just the orange body. Which is supposed to be just Chris Hemsworth and Channing Tatum at this point, but it's obviously not. So it's obviously affecting, like, the orange body, which is insane. So they unzip the suit, they put the suit on another suit. I wonder if it has to do with the brainwaves of wearing Stephanie for a year. And she's just like, lie, cheat, steal, lie, cheat, steal, lie, cheat, steal. That's like her complete MO. She doesn't have a creative brain cell in her head. So, how else is she supposed to get by, Alyssa? You know. Lie, cheat, steal, lie, cheat, steal, lie, cheat, steal. So is it how you survive, Stephanie? Is it how you survive? So, so they unzip the suit, they put on another suit, and I mean, all of a sudden they're a completely different person, right? So somehow they got that technology to try the lie, cheat, steal gang to try to take over planet Earth. And so they'll go and steal a celebrity suit, like they steal my suit, right? And they think it's a dream. And they go to Mars and they're like, oh my god, it's a suit, blah, blah, blah. And then they think of the first person they want to steal. Sometimes it's mine, but sometimes it's Olivia Wilde. So they go and steal a suit. And then they walk into the schmuck's party that stole the suit. So she's meeting herself. And she takes all these pictures of them, posts them on Instagram. This used to only happen in dreams. And I'm going to go with that because I am that smart. Now it's happening in reality. It is literally happening in reality. Oh, I'm becoming a new person. Did she try to steal my suit? This is going to be the worst one yet. You know what I mean? Don't steal my suit, guys. I'm pretty. And you're not married to Hayden Christensen. So don't steal my suit. Don't do it. Do not do it. If you can't pull off being yourself and fitting in, then you're probably not included. He's flicking the bowl. Hey, bub. A little bit more egg. Fresh. A tiny bit more. Here you go. Fresh. Here you go. I bought Newports. Nasty. Everyone else. Literally everyone. So anyway, some people are one with themselves, so they don't have to steal suits. So like that waiter, he's one with himself. So that's why Pedro Pascal is like coming through him. So be one with yourself. Don't lie, cheat, steal your way through life. Because we know you're looking for a court case to be around consciousness some more. And we're not agreeing to being in a court case with you to be around consciousness some more. I can always tell when they're running out of energy. First of all, they're ugly. Like Alba Batista. I'm just not feeling the orange. I usually drink so much orange juice, and I usually love it. I don't know. I'm not feeling the orange juice this morning. I don't know why. It doesn't taste like orange juice. It just tastes like sweet juice. So that I don't know. I usually love orange juice. So they always run out of consciousness. They always do the same exact things. They can't drink. This person's running out of consciousness. She can't drink orange juice. They can't drink beer. They can't drink wine. And so then they think everybody around them shouldn't drink beer and wine as well. Like, hello, I'm the princess. I'm allowed to drink beer and wine even if you're running out of consciousness because you're not saved. And, bud, leave it alone. Go ahead, jump on your bed. Jump. Jump to your bed. No more. Go lay down. Oh, whatever. Oh. So we gotta defunct that program on Mars, okay? First step. Go ahead, jump in the bed. Jump. 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 You did it. Yes. They get really, really close to consciousness because they're turning into a ghost. Because they're against the one. So they try to get close to me to get more consciousness so that they don't turn into a ghost. But I think that backfires and it makes you turn into a ghost quicker. Same thing with stealing the suits. It backfires and it makes you turn into a ghost quicker. They're always the ugliest people. They really are. You don't need to like the girl. You know, I don't want to talk about her. You know exactly why. You just told me why. You know exactly why. So I don't want to talk about her. So it's that time of year again. It's that time of year again where they all lose their consciousness. They all lose their consciousness. You know, I popped pretty much every single day there. I mean, they still wanted a dramatic ending. The drama probably reminds them that it's human. And if there's no drama about it, how would they know it's wrong? So it's very important to be not dramatic at all. You know, just be Vasily at this point. If you can be Vasily, be Vasily. You know, if I go to work, there's going to be one thing happening, and there's only one thing happening, and it's call Becca on the phone because we still use our phones at Mattel. We still use our desk phones. So you call Becca, the extension. You call her, and she's gonna freak out. Okay, so there's a lot of drama, but it's not like crazy freak out at least. But there is drama in Becca if you call her on the telephone at Mattel. But it's far between nothing to do with parent drama, which is the worst kind of drama in the goddamn world. I don't want to hear a lick from me parents. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. Okay, because that's the drama that they're looking for to say that the bad things are real. If there's no juice in the drama, they ain't gonna do it. And then it's gonna become a pattern of success for them. They're not gonna know if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just all unconditional love. So if Vasily and I get together, what's the first thing that they're going to try to do? Look at me. I'm already turning into Palladian. Palladians are beautiful, right? So he's very peaceful. He's the most calmest of the calm. But that will be their plan. We kind of know that Cappadocia / Pallades / Grandpa. So you call Becca on the phone at work. You're going to get a dramatic answer. She's going to be like, "What the hell? So it's not looking good." Do you want the peach bracelet or the black and purple? Because James just took me school shopping and he bought me all $500 clothes, a bunch of them. Everything was $500. And then I'm being a spoiled little bitch and complaining about my $35 an hour job. He bought me a whole new wardrobe and everything was $500. The black and purple, I will go back and make you a black and purple. I just made 2 of the peach. I just decided I'm going to give them to you and Natalie, but I can give it to Odette. So tell me now, Becca. I'm just going to go back and make another bracelet. You hash it out, because you're basically telling me, do not move, do not do nothing. Natalie wanted to pick it up. I mean, you think a work assignment's going to come down the pike eventually, but until the work assignment gets there, I'm going to go make you another bracelet. Listen, what do you usually spend your money? As long as you got money for rent and food, it's all you really need, you know? And are you living with Vasily? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? So you might not even have that expense. What the fuck do you need money for? James just bought you an entire wardrobe for school shopping. This coffee's good. I do like this coffee. The coffee. I tried to make some hot water. Okay, last night to have some tea. I kept making the hot water, and it kept coming out with coffee turds in the water. The coffee turds wouldn't stop in the little from the little coffee maker, and I like this little coffee maker. It's really cute. So what I did was I just went to the bathroom. I turned on the hot water, and I waited until it got to the hottest, and it feels like it's burning your hand, and that was the hottest. Then I filled up my cup, okay, and then I put the tea bag in there. What do you know? It worked. From hot water from the sink. No microwave, no stove, nothing. Just hot water from the sink, and the tea worked. And guess what? Get this. It didn't burn my mouth. And that's what made me extremely happy. It was the perfect temperature, just hot enough. I don't like scalding hot tea personally. It's not my tea bag. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I add a lot of ice. I wait for it to cool down. I'm constantly blowing on it. Hot water from the sink. I can't believe the tea actually worked. It did. And it's just hot enough. Because I like it not hot, basically. Just hot enough. 1 cream, 2 sugars, mixing it up. Delicious tea. Just hot enough. Not that hot. A little tad over lukewarm is what you're talking. And it was delicious. Just water in the sink. So Stephanie keeps stealing my suit every year, as we're seeing right now. And she likes the name Chantel. Because she's black AF, obviously. Okay. So you can't steal my suit. Dad, why are we letting her steal my suit? Can you explain it to me, Dad, over the loudspeaker or something? I don't want you to steal my suit, Stephanie. Okay, you're not Alyssa. You're not married to Christian Slater. Okay? All right, I don't want you to steal my goddamn suit. We got to defunct that fucking program on Mars. Okay, amp up the fucking collar program and defunct the fucking. Why are they unzipping their suits on Mars in the first place? That's what I want to know. You shouldn't be unzipping your suit in Mars. Why are you doing it? What is the program that you need to do that for? And that's okay. That's Brandon Lee, bitch. Because you're talking over my nephew and stealing his words. Okay, so that's the game that he's supposed to play with his goddamn grandfather named Brandon Lee. And it's got nothing to do with Stephanie or going to a party on Earth with celebrities around so you can take pictures and post them on Instagram and be like, about last night, dot, dot, dot. I'm not a fan of orange juice this morning. Who the fuck am I? If you know me, I love orange juice. They always try to gather around you when they're losing their consciousness. When they're losing their consciousness, they come and they just try to get as close as possible to you because they want your consciousness. And if they could steal my suit, they would steal my suit. And they'd just be like, Ben, it's Alyssa. What's the problem? Because Ben is the only person that I know in this world that actually has friends. Literally, I think Ben is the only one. So if you've got a lot of friends, you're the Ben of the group. I don't think I know anybody else with friends, Jared. Do you? I don't think anybody else has friends anymore. I think Ben is the only one that has friends, and maybe so it's too obvious if you take away my brothers, and it's too obvious if you take away Ben's friends. Okay, for some reason it's not obvious if you take away Alyssa's friends, and it's fucking obvious AF. Because I was a party animal, and they love Alyssa at the fucking party. I am the life of the party. So it's pretty obvious. COVID was a long time ago. I came out of the house. Spirit didn't want me to come out of the house because she was busy stealing my parties and trying to steal my husband's and my houses and my rings. How many of you are there, Stephanie? There's a lot of you. So the one that's losing consciousness is Alba Batista. Okay, so Alba Batista is losing consciousness yet again. So that usually means we're about to pass on and come back to Earth, but who the fuck knows what that means nowadays because everything shifts and changes and we don't really know. Just like, do I want to charge it to the room? No, I fucking do not. I have a breakfast voucher that says it's free. The breakfast voucher says it's free. Don't fucking fuck with me and make me talk to the front desk because I'm talking to you right now. And I said, do I have free breakfast with this stay, with this expensive fucking trip? So don't fuck with me, bitch. Okay? So, no, I do not want to charge it to the room. I gave her a breakfast voucher, bitch. I better not be reflected in my fucking bank account because you're ugly and you're losing consciousness and you do everything in dramatics to try to keep your consciousness. And I'm telling you, that's not how you keep your consciousness. That's how you lose your consciousness, by fighting us, the ones with consciousness. So Vasily woke me up this morning to go get breakfast. And I'm hoping he'll put a ring on it soon. You know what I mean? That's why I moved the ring over. So I'm hoping he'll put a ring on it soon. Put the ring on it. There's gotta be other ones. It was beads, and then it had peach crystals, like in a row, like right here as stones. So it had peach crystals, and then peach beads was the rest of the bracelet. and I made like 2 of them. I made like a ton of like jewelry, and some of it was real jewelry. Like Mattel had like a jewelry making room, and some of it was real jewelry, and that was like another thing that James showed me. And he let me make like a ton of jewelry, and so I had like a ton of like necklaces, like, and it was like real gold, real silver, and like the crystals were real, and it was crystals and beads. You know what I mean? And so I made like a bunch of jewelry, and for some reason I made like 3 of the peach bracelets, but I made them like without thinking. And then I get to work that morning, and I'm like, oh, I got 3 peach bracelets. I'll just give them to Natalie and Becca, you know, and then I'll have one, right? And so I called Natalie because I was positive she'll like the peach bracelet. You know, it may not be red, it might not be like her favorite color, but she'll definitely work in a peach. You know what I mean? And then I had to think about with Becca, you know, like I said, I was like, do you want the black and purple, or is peach okay? Because, you know, obviously she will wear a peach as a filler color on a t-shirt, or some dots or stripes, or, you know, something like that. Like she'll have a hit of peach. So it could technically work for Becca as well, but, you know, she's obviously going to go for the black and the purple. You know what I mean? So I had to call. So I called Natalie first. I don't know why, but I called Natalie first. And then I called Becca second. Becca's the only one that answered, and she was freaking. I was like, wow, did I leave? That was my first thought. My first thought was I never left. It's just the same. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing, but it's kind of way worse because she is talking in space codes on the phone. It's kind of way worse. So dumb bitch Alvin Batista doesn't even let you speak. How pathetic are we, dude? That's fucked up. So hopefully we're gonna pop. You know what I mean? Hopefully we're gonna pop. Oh, and Val. Well, it is Val too, but Val, I don't want to mention her right now because that she, you know, oh my god, I'm famous. So I don't even want to mention her. Talk about a fag hag. You know, she is a fag hag and a half. You guys remember when you were like that? I don't think Natalie was really ever like that, but Garrett was kind of like that, but comes to the territory when you're actually famous for making a popular brand. You know what I'm saying? When you got the Credences and the Crudels and the, you know, the Clearwater Revival to prove it. Can we talk in human terms? He proved it in human terms. You know what I'm saying? In human terms, he proved it. Okay, fine. It comes from Venus, and I lived there, yada yada yada. He still fucking came up with that fucking great ass idea, and he got his 20,000. So I don't know. They might give me I don't know if they would give a freelancer a bonus. Am I deciding that I don't want to be a freelancer like for $20,000? You know, I'm a freelancer because I'm a married woman. I don't need $20,000, bitch. I already had the $20,000. Now I got a grandfather named Colin Farrell. So I don't need a $20,000 bonus. I got James buying me the whole fucking wardrobe, dude. It's at least 20 pieces. It's a whole wardrobe. So what the fuck am I caring about a $20,000 bonus for? God damn it. Can we please stop stealing my goddamn suit? This bitch is trying to steal my goddamn life savings. I ain't trying to steal my own life savings. If I'm married and I got a granddad named Colin Farrell because I'm married, and well, you know what? I'm not marrying my son. Okay. Do we understand ourselves? Anyway, it's Channing Tatum, bitch. Watch out. So Channing Tatum's gonna come over today, but yeah, if I'm married into the Farrell Foundation, then I don't need to. You know what I mean? I'm freelancing to be close to my people and just to like fill the time once in a while and like feel good about. I don't know why I'm freelancing, to be honest with you, but you know, that's how the first day went, and I was already busting my own chops about $35 an hour freelance because they treat the freelancers different now, where they take into consideration like if you go through like a company, you go through like an agency, the agency costs like almost double, so it's like $55, $65 an hour, something like that, which is like the normal freelancer rate. Dawn charges $100. How did she get away with that? I don't even know, right? So, you know, I can't move on from. Obviously, I'm not working for money. You know what I'm saying? So if you steal my suit, I want you to know that I don't work for money. Okay, at this point in my life, and you think you can go back in time where I did need to work for money? I don't know. You're gonna deal with a lot of shitty people at Mattel if you do that. So yeah, so you know, I don't know what that would do to your psyche. Does that make you be a 10-year-old if you're 20 years old and you just started working and you're still lie, cheat, steal? And then you kind of become like a 10-year-old at work and like you don't have like a creative brain cell in your brain. You shouldn't be lie, cheating, stealing. Don't steal my suit if you want money, if you want to work for money. Because I don't work for money. I haven't worked for money in a long time. So I wouldn't steal my suit. All right, because we're trying to get this wedding on, and that's the truth. So some of us don't work for money. So if you're stealing my suit and you're trying to change my psyche, I don't work for money. Okay. Well, I got Hayden Christensen in my back pocket, and you saw him as the old man that sees me in Venice. It's the same exact old man that's on stage at Comic-Con. The same exact old man that greets me at my pink house. Okay, he didn't know it was bleeding through. He didn't know he was coming through in true color until recently. So he didn't know if he was Hayden's dad or if it was Hayden. And so he didn't want to scare me or scare himself or whatever, because you know how sexually attracted Hayden is to me. So that's exactly why. So it's me now, he said. So he's going to come and get his wife. So we're already listening to that. It's the same old man. He owns the pink house. And he's going to drag me into that pink house and put me to bed, right? Because he's decided it's me. So, that's not clear for takeoff. So it's whoever's stealing your goddamn suit. But because I don't work for money, and you're making me say I work for money in dreams. I was mad at $35 an hour in my dream. Why was I mad at that? I was worried about paying rent. I'm a badass bitch still. I ain't married to Mr. Hayden or Mr. Tom. I didn't get grandfathered into Hollywood yet. That's a problem. That's a big ass problem. That's a huge problem, dude. Okay, Becca's talking space codes. So Becca's talking out loud with her fucking mouth at Mattel right now, today, in the same freak out panic mode that she was doing with Keomes 20 years ago. All right, it's the same 3D level, but she's saying in her mouth with they don't even let us talk anymore. It's that bad, like you got to stay in your seat and whatever. Like, I don't remember what she said because I felt like I could go get her a bracelet. Like, do you want the peach bracelet or the purple and black bracelet? Because they still looked at that kind of stuff as good because it's like that's a part of work because it's like team building. So they still look at team building as team building. So I could get up from my desk to go make her a purple and black bracelet if she preferred it. And I think she had to think about it. She's still thinking about it to this day, whether she's going to take the peach one or she's going purple and black, right? Because she turned into me last year, so it makes her like peach a little bit more, She was Margot Robbie last year, so she turned into me. So she might like the peach bracelet now, and they like the crystal. I got to support the crystals because you're making fun of the crystals again. So that's probably why I made them crystal bracelets, because y'all are. There's a silver one. Like I made all sorts of real jewelry in that room, and it's really pretty. And I'm like this with the jewelry. Like, I love it. We're trying our best to get a marriage going. You know what I mean? Natalie can't answer the phone. She needed to see what Becca was going to say first. And then she's got to see what I'm saying first. And we're both thinking the same thing. Why am I worried about $35 an hour? Am I a badass bitch again? I ain't trying to be a badass bitch. Don't steal my suit if you want me to work for money. Okay, I'm retired at this point. Okay, so you're trying to kill the kingdom of the Lord and Savior by trying to make me remember and think that I'm working for money. You're trying to kill the kingdom and the Lord and Savior of all that's good and mercy in this world if you try to make Elizabeth steal my suit and then you try to say I work for money. So this is completely against my will. You can't steal my goddamn suit and fucking do that to my goddamn psyche, because you know that Hayden Christensen is never going to marry you because you're ugly as shit. You know that for a fact. So you can't steal my suit and try to be a graphic designer at Mattel. Okay? It was clearly me on that phone call this morning. So I'm definitely in there. Okay, but I'm still not clear. I'm a badass bitch. I'm $35 an hour. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm married to Hayden Christensen. Why do I even care? You're not married to Hayden Christensen, and you're starting to realize that there's a big difference between you and me. I'm married to Hayden, and you're not. You're ugly, and I'm not. I'm sexually attractive, and you're not. And you're starting to realize that, and you're starting to get that. Well, another thing you got to get is that you can't steal my suit to say that I work for money, because that's the same thing. I don't work for money if I'm married to Hayden Christensen. He's a millionaire. I don't work for money if I'm married to Hayden Christensen. I probably do not work for money if I'm married to Isamu either. I don't work for money. Okay, if I'm married to Isamu, what are we doing? We're building that motel immediately. Okay, so I know where I'm going if I'm married to each person. We want a little motel luxury life. We want a motel fortune. So I should be able to talk to Hillary if I marry Isamu. Okay, so we already know where we're going, is what I'm saying. So is Hillary talking out loud? She's Becca. She probably is. She's Colin's sister. She probably is. They're both Colin's sisters. He's got a lot of sisters, and they're the coolest, nicest people in the world. They are all are my best friends. So, oh, I could laugh at them all day long. I could laugh at Mattel all day long, dude. My first thought was, wow, it hasn't changed. Is it mod? You know, Hayden's old hat by this time. I'm sure they still would like appearances once in a while at Mattel by him. Obviously, I gotta clear it. God, I'm lightheaded thinking about that already. Back off. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. I mean, it's me. I'm his wife. You know what I mean? Like, relax. They work with me. I'm so lightheaded from saying that. Wow, that's crazy. Am I gonna faint? You know, just casual, like walk in, he could walk to my desk and say hello, and like just, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. But not like a meet and greet, but like, oh, he's in the building. There's the man. There's the man, just like that. So can y'all okay with that? Like, can we calm down? I might take him to Hot Wheels, I might not. You know what I mean? Mexico Day. Could you imagine he comes with us to Mexico Day? That'd be so nice. Would you like that, Hayden? Would you like to come and eat tacos with us? Okay. I don't work for money, bitch. You're a waitress. You need to get out of my face right now, okay? You're a waitress. He wants to retire, you piece of shit. Her establishment burnt down, and it wasn't enough signs from the universe to back the fuck off. Yeah, her place of work burned down when I was home. Well, you know, so I need to be able to go to parties this season, to hang out with my friends, and to not be around stupid bitches that literally actually put their literal hands on me and shuffle me away from Asamu and out the door when Asamu is buying me drinks all night and is trying to put a ring on it. I need you to back the fuck off and get the fuck out of my relationship. I've known this man for 20 years and it is not, you do not have a butthole in this situation. Okay? I have known this man for 20 fucking years. Stand by your man. A little bit of butter today. It's nice. I like it. I like being buttered. Trying to help the butter girls out. Everything's beautiful, Butterface. You ever heard that joke before? Or is it your first time in the country? Stand by young. That's my Asian voice. Colin Farrell. That's the dumbest bitch in the fucking universe. I don't know. She stole a suit to go interview Colin. Oh, do you know how to say your name in Chinese? How do you? Colin Farrell. Bitch, you are so racist. That's okay. So that's the shit that happens at Mattel literally every single. That's a brief introduction into our life. The whole day. The whole day. It's the entire day. The entire day, you're like, I have got to figure out a backup plan. I'm gonna do it. God, it's been 20 years. 20 years. Let me be at peace watching my coworkers fall asleep in the morning. Please. I don't know why, but that scared the shit out of me. One day, this guy at work, he's a writer, a copywriter. I think his name was Eric. I really forget his name, but I think it was Eric. And he's a copywriter. He's a little bit older. He's like the Jeff at the office. So he's like a little bit older than me. I think he was bald. And copywriter, like a tiny bit skeezy, but like not really. You know the type at work. He was like a tiny bit skeezy. Like maybe he would. I don't ever want to even go to a place where he might. Do you know what I'm saying? That type of guy. And he's decent to work with. He's good at his job. Yada yada yada. Whatever. We have big team meetings. I think is every Monday. You know, every Monday morning we're doing the same thing at Mattel, having a big ass meeting, and yeah, I think Hayden would probably want to see a Mattel factory and go eat. Okay, so let me tell this story first, and then I'll tell the Mexico Mattel story. So we had a big ass meeting. So it's the whole team, the whole fucking the whole big meeting room is packed full of people. Okay, it's a lot of people in there for the Monday morning briefing or whatever. I mean, it wasn't a Monday morning briefing. I mean, it was like a Wednesday afternoon. I think it was like a Wednesday afternoon. Who knows at this point? I mean, it was 20 years ago, but it might have been a Wednesday afternoon briefing. This bitch falls asleep. Literally falls the fuck asleep in his chair like this. I don't know why, but that shit scared the shit out of me. And I was like, I gotta get out of here right now. I gotta quit today. This is done. This is a done deal. I don't know why I thought that. It just scared the shit out of me. And anyway, I ended up dying at Mattel, so maybe I was right. And maybe he had to fall asleep to protect me because he was becoming Jeff. You know what I mean? Probably. Because I did end up dying at Mattel. And Lawsuit City, right? So they never want to hire you back. That's all they've been trying to do since I left was hiring me back. They probably would say, look, this happens all the time. That's why we change our goddamn policies to protect people. It doesn't mean we don't want her back. We want her back. You know what I mean? And I told you I bled out the asshole. I was so hard that an artery broke in my asshole. And I bled out the asshole so bad I had to wear a pad for like 2-3 days. And they literally wouldn't let me go to the hospital. My boss, Kara Herman, she wouldn't let me go to the goddamn hospital. And I told her, I need to go now. And I was covering for Jende or Janae, whatever her name is. the new graphic designer that I did not recommend, and Natalie picked her, and I wanted the nicer one, and we took the one that was super selfish. Wow, what do you know, that wants to kill the whole office? You know what I mean? And I'm literally bleeding out the asshole out of an artery out of my ass using a pad. They would not let me leave. I asked to leave many times, and she's like, no, you got to get this done for this meeting. She's that much of a bitch. Okay, I hated her. She literally killed me, so I kind of hate her. You know what I mean? And so I went to the hospital after I got my work done, and she told me that the doctor said never do this again. And I said, I tried to leave, but my goddamn boss wouldn't let me leave. So I nearly died. Bleeding out the asshole in my ass at Mattel because of a deadline that she wouldn't let me leave and go to the hospital. Okay? It's that bad. Yeah, I hated that bitch. She's probably still there because they always keep those bitches that try to bring down the company. Like, just in case. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's why they keep them there. Like, just in case we got to burn the building down, she's here. Because I'm not joking. They wouldn't let me leave, and I was bleeding out. I was hemorrhaging. Out of my asshole. It's a true story. And my doctor said, don't ever do this again. You can die sitting in your seat, just there. Just one minute you're alive, and the next minute you're just like this dead. And I think it's called karochi in Japanese. It's an actual term where you die at working, because they won't let you leave the job, and you're literally that sick that and so like you literally can just croak. I think it's karochi or karoki, something like that. And I'll just hemorrhage out the ass and just here 1 minute, gone the next. Okay, and my doctor said, you were pretty close. You're not supposed to be bleeding so much. That's a pad out of your asshole for 3 days straight. You know, I was a young working woman at the time. Was I trying to go to the hospital? I know how Heather handles shit. My old boss at my old job, no, you got to go right now. I had a tooth crack. Open, and I was like, I'll take care of it when I take care of it. And she said, no, you got to go today, right now. Go to the dentist right now. Okay, that's a good boss that's not trying to get in trouble and not trying to burn the house down. Right? Kara? You still there? You still there after what you did to me? Is that a good boss? Is that a good work ethic? She better not be there when I get back. I don't want to see her. What's she got to say to make up for it? Tell me now. You know, I'm sorry. Is she sorry? Is she going to do it to me again? I don't want to bleed out the asshole and fucking hemorrhage at my desk. And guess what? My dad, Colin Farrell, might let you do that. Do you get that? So yeah, that was how I ended my job at Mattel. She tried to say goodbye to me. And when I was like getting up and leaving my last day, she was stalking me on my way out. On top of all of that, you're trying to say you're sorry. What are you sorry for, bitch? You ain't sorry at all. She's not sorry at all. Okay, you're not listening. You're a power hungry whore that's uglier than me. So is Jende. You're fucking mad that I'm prettier than you, that I'm star of the office, that I've made so much beautiful artwork that became super successful for Monster High. So you got a lot of jealousy on the brain for success for no reason, that it goes into work and it can actually end someone's life. So what the fuck do I have to say to you? So she was stalking me on my way out, like, Assad. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. You tried to end my life in my fucking place of work. That's how my fucking work life ended at Mattel. It was fucked. It was completely fucked. So yes, I had to go on medical leave. I had to rest because I literally almost died. I think I went on medical leave for like a month or something. I don't remember. maybe a couple weeks. I don't remember. But I had to rest between my job, between Mattel and Hasbro, you dumbass bitch. I fucking almost bled to death. I'm obviously telling somebody off that can't get it through their head that I had to rest and heal so that I literally didn't die. So you're still out there trying to kill people at their fucking job. So, yeah, that was Mattel and Hasbro. In between Mattel and Hasbro, what happened? And I left Hasbro because I got a big ass raise at Hasbro, and they'll always tell you. They probably don't always tell you this, Stephanie, but they always told me never take a ton of money because then they're gonna fire you. I'm pretty sure they don't tell Hannah Christensen that shit, and I'm pretty sure they shouldn't tell me that shit since I'm talented AF, and I boosted Disney Princess's sales to billions of dollars. I boosted it by billions of dollars. I boosted that shit. Okay, my artwork boosted that shit. Like catapulted the Disney Princess category in the fucking toy aisle. So they fucking hired me for a fucking reason. It's called art talent. And it works every time. And it's goddamn beautiful artwork and they can't fucking believe it. So they buy all of them for their daughters. They buy the entire collection because it's that beautiful. And it's Disney Princess. And you know it's a one of a time kind of thing. It's not going to come back. I don't know. Will it come back? I better get it now. So they hired me for a reason. It's called art talent. Art talent is billions of dollars. So I think I'm worth a couple $100,000 so I can get a fucking SUV. Am I angry? Am I angry? They still owe me money. It's crazy. It's my granddad's company. Disney is my granddad's company. Y'all are bitches.